Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, where we review your favorite animes. We got Attack of the Titans, we got Hamtaro, whatever you want us to review, we'll review it. I'm here with my dance instructor, Aaron. How are you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing pretty good, Jay. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I've been practicing my quick step, that we're gonna do.
How's your foxtrot game? How's that?
It's looking strong. My posture is doing good.
So before we jump into the anime this week, I'll try to introduce a new segment if that's fine with you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good to me.
I'm all over the interwebs, and I came across a really interesting article named. It was off of Anime News Network, and it was named. It's like manga creator criticizes publisher over.
You sent this to me, right?
Yeah. So it's like criticizes publishers over illegal manga on the internet. And so the gist of the article is that manga sales in Japan are down 11%, like year over year.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to figure out why manga sales aren't, or and the manga publisher,
yeah.
So the manga publishers think they know exactly what it is, and it's that illegal scans are what's hurting the manga industry.
Yeah, and piracy, I guess that is piracy.
Yeah, and I know for a fact, I used to dabble in a lot of illegal manga.
Yeah.
And if I still read manga now, I would be in the illegal manga. And the mangaka has a point saying that there is no use to going and attacking these illegal sites because they're always going to exist.
Yeah, no matter what you do, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna be trying to scam you.
Yeah, and then it's like you can look at sites. There's like certain like anime sites too.
Yeah.
That always try to get taken down, but what happens is they go and they make like Russian accounts, and then it just piles up like that.
Yeah.
But the mangaka's point is that we shouldn't try to be taking these down. We should compete with them, with illegal sites, which I totally agree with.
Oh yeah.
I think Crunchyroll can do a better job with competing with illegal sites.
Yeah, they're already trying to do. They have like a beta version of the manga shop, right? Like where you can buy manga.
Yeah, and then they also have you get free subscriptions too with it, so you can they update monthly or weekly manga. Also, it's not none of the big like Shonen Jump or whatever, but there's some pretty good ones on there. I know like Attack on Titan was on there for a bit. But I'm talking in general, like the illegal anime market or illegal manga market needs to be competed against instead of trying to stamp it out.
Yeah, because once you take down one person, there's gonna be another person coming up, and it's gonna be a never-ending battle if you try to go that route.
And it's human nature to go for the easier of the two.
Yeah, the most convenient.
Yeah. So, like, as a kid, even now, you're like, I don't have $10 to spend on 6 chapters of manga, where I can just go easily to an illegal site and read the whole series up without even having to wait for the manga to get here,
Yeah.
I think digital publishing helps out a little bit with that, to where you're not waiting for physical manga to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel that maybe they should, start giving out more free chapters to get people in.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Did he talk about that?
Yeah, that's what he talked about. Like, it's the people who are using illegal sites are like the hardcore, and the public are the ones.
The people that want to read your stuff are the people that are using the illegal
sites. Yeah. And then most of like physical sales come from like the average fan. And for the 11% that's missing, that's the people who are That's the thought that they're going to these illegal sites just because they're easier to read. You don't have to go out and buy a whole manga. You can just stay in your house and read it.
Yeah.
I think like Shonen Jump. I don't know about how it is in Japan, but here in America, you can get them week to week here now online, and for only $1 a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you can get all the Shonen Jump for a year for $12, and you don't have to mess with, malware sites or anything.
Yeah.
But again, people don't want to wait. People like Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has if I wasn't subscribed to it, you could watch anime, but it's on a week delay.
Okay.
So it's locked for like a week. But then there's a lot of people complain because it's low quality. It's like a 480p stream instead of an HD stream. But like how I see it, it's like beggars can't be choosers. But at the same time, I can see why somebody would be like, I don't want to watch it in low quality. Let me go when I can go to this site and watch it.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, it's there's like too much like there's a lot of factors into this when you're trying to like compete with illegal websites. Like how are you gonna make it different? Like how are you gonna make it more appealing than the other sites? I think that he was going over that in the thing, like adding maybe an extra chapter or something like that on the digital thing, or
yeah, but then that's always just gonna end up on the
internet
illegal
as well.
site.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to make it easier for people to find, but then what's an easier accessibility than free?
Yeah.
And that's where the trouble comes in,
and that's what the manga publishers need to figure out.
Yeah, I mean,
instead of trying to close down every site that comes up.
Yeah, because I really like the idea of everything up until like last week is free.
Okay.
I like that idea, and then like you're paying to watch like the stuff now. Like I like that. I personally like that model, and I don't mind that model. But there's a lot of people who they don't want to spend the money. They don't care. They just want to consume what they want to consume.
Yeah, we live in a generation where everybody wants everything now instantaneously. So
yeah, and
it's kind of hard to compete with these illegal sites.
Yeah, and it sucks because I don't think the illegal sites are the death of anime and manga. I actually think they're a great breeding ground. I mean, they used to be a great breeding ground because it's like, oh, well, here's how you get your illegal scans that, like English scans that, oh, like I would never be able to read this manga if it wasn't for these fan translations.
Yeah.
Or scanslations to come through. But I also think like these illegal sites, some people, it strays them to go more illegal. So like, I know when I watch like Haruhi, for example, I watched that anime first on an illegal site, and then after I got to like it more, I gave it my real money. So every time I watch something on illegal that I see that's like kind of not worth my time, but something I really like, I'll go and I'll put money into it.
Yeah,
so,
I've done the same thing where like I've watched like an anime illegally and I liked it so much that I bought it on DVD.
Right. So maybe that's how they do it. Maybe just open the floodgates and then hopefully it just brings in more people.
Yeah. He also talked about like having I don't know how it is here. Well, in America you could just like go to a library or go to like Barnes and Nobles and like you read manga right there.
Yeah.
But in Japan over there they have them in plastic sleeves or something like that.
Yeah,
and
so
that's yeah, so you can't read it. You have to buy it. So that's kind of like that's another thing that they could.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but in Japan, it's actually harder to watch anime online than it is in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah. So they want you to watch
on TV.
And so illegal anime streams are like big over there because they don't have avenues like Crunchyroll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's only an American thing?
Yeah. Well, it's a Western thing.
Um,
So like my friend right now, he's stationed over in Japan, and he can't use Crunchyroll because it's IP blocked in Japan.
Yeah, I recall that because I forgot what I was trying to do when I took a vacation in Spain and some of my apps weren't working over there. I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of weird that that happens.
Yeah, and I tell him it's like it sucks because I love having like this much access to anime. Like I don't mind paying all this money to have all this access to anime, but on their side, it's like the publisher side. They don't want easy access. They want the money up front. You know, instead of going through these streaming sites. They don't even have like their own competing sites, which are weird. But I don't know. It's a real hassle.
Yeah.
Just having access to things, through your fingertips, makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
How do you think how do you think we should fix it? How do you think they should fix it?
Well, I think, first off, they have to to get with like Crunchyroll or something and try to get more things digitally first. I think that would be the first step, trying to get more manga access easier to get online.
Yeah, easier access.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah.
I think that's like the first step that they should do. And after that, it would be what can they offer to make it more appealing than the other sites, the illegal sites.
So what do you think they can do to make it?
That's the tough thing. I don't know what they can do.
I mean, like I said, like I like Crunchyroll because it's just ease of access. I can go on my PS4 and it's there.
Yeah.
I don't have to go through any ad blocker or anything. But some people will just always have ad block on their computer, and it's just fine.
Yeah.
And they don't mind.
Like maybe like early access to something, early access to the new issue or something like that.
I guess it has, but like you said earlier, it's always gonna just end up online anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, you can just wait a day and then it'll probably get up on there, on the illegal sites.
Yeah. I think just just like you said, ease of access will do a lot. I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of illegal sources. It's that you want to get as many legal readers as you can, and the way you do it is through ease of access.
Yeah.
I think
and it'd have to be cheap if it's official. It'd have to be cheap, like you said, that $1 a month thing.
Oh yeah, from I think it's like $1 a month, so it's like $1 for 4 chapters of manga, which is a steal, really.
Yeah.
And if I were to start reading manga again, just because I like supporting the industry, I would do that instead of, or if I can get my manga that way, that's the way I would do it. But the thing is now, if I start, how am I gonna get the back issues?
Oh yeah.
Shonen Jump doesn't sell the back issues; they only sell the compiled volumes, and for $10 a pop, and I don't got the cash for that. I wish I did, but but I don't. Yeah, that was topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
So hopefully we can do this some more. That was a fun conversation.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, Jay. So enough yammering.
Yeah, enough topics for this week.
Let's get to the real topic. Let's get to the juice and jam.
Yeah, let's talk about what everybody came here for, and that's Welcome to the Ballroom. So, Welcome to the Ballroom is a sports anime that was released in 2017. Brand new, fresh anime for everybody to enjoy. There's 24 episodes. The story was written and illustrated by Tomo Takeuchi. And this is her first ever work.
That's actually really surprising.
Yeah.
It was really, I really enjoyed. A lot of people's first works aren't really that good.
Yeah.
I think.
And most of it's like, when you talk about an author's first work, it's like something super obscure that like nobody's ever heard of or something like that. But yeah, this is her first anime, and it's actually taken her a long time to write it because I guess she was sick
Yeah.
for like part of it.
Did it start in when did you have it down when it started? When she started writing it?
No.
2011. I want to say it's 2011, 2012.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not that long ago that you think about it, but
yeah, I mean,
and it's still coming out. She's still writing. I think I saw that she has at least 2 more volumes coming out or planned.
oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 2011. So started
wow.
December 2011, and that actually makes it even more sad that this anime caught up to the manga,
Yeah,
because that means that she is taking
and it only the manga. I mean, the anime only started like last year,
yeah,
and it's already caught up.
It's already caught up.
It took 1 year to catch up.
yeah. It took 26 episodes, and they passed up the manga
Yeah.
in that time.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me sad that we won't be getting. We probably won't get.
Probably
a second
won't be
season.
getting another season.
And that's really
Unfortunate.
because I really enjoyed this
Mm-hmm.
anime.
All right, so it was directed by Yoshima Itazu, who's worked on Beck. Have you ever seen Beck?
Yeah, Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad?
Yeah, Mongolian Chop Squad, Crayon Shin-chan,
No, there you go.
and Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's worked with a lot of good anime, and it was produced by Tetsuya Kinoshita, who produced Attack of the Titans.
No,
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen like just one person producing an anime.
right. Well, that is
Yeah,
weird.
it's usually like a company that produces it.
Maybe it was a love project.
Yeah, maybe. And the studio was Production IG, who worked on Ghost in the Shell, Fooly Cooly, some of the Pokemon movies, and they also actually worked on some of the cutscenes in Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Production IG does a lot of good work.
Mm-hmm.
I was mentioning to you on the right over here. They did one of my favorite sports anime, Ace of Diamonds.
Yeah.
And so just think of how I pitched a Ballroom to one of my friends was, think of Ace of Diamonds but with dancing.
Mm.
So I'll pitch you Ace of Diamonds is think of Ballroom but with baseball, and they showed a lot of love and a lot of care, a lot of really cool details that like I'm pretty sure they got a lot of insiders, or at least somebody who was working on it really loved the topic that it was.
Yeah.
To like position like different character animations,
Mm-hmm.
and just like silhouettes of characters. It's really, really cool.
All right, so I got the synopsis for you guys. So, dance is passion. Tatsura is an average middle school student with no particular dreams until an unexpected incident draws him into the fascinating world of ballroom dancing. If I can find one thing to be passionate about, he dives into the world of dance, believing it's his opportunity to change. So
that is a really great summary of it.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, a lot of I got the summary from Amazon.
Yeah.
But like any other site doesn't really capture what it's really about.
Yeah. Yeah, in essence that's what it's about. It's about him trying to find his passion.
Yeah.
And
he finds it in dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty original kind of concept.
A fun fact I didn't know until I watched this anime. I had no idea dance wasn't in the Olympics.
I know, yeah, that is weird.
I like of all the stuff that's in the Olympics.
Yeah,
like,
ping pong.
There's all the equestrian stuff, like the horse stuff.
Isn't
like dressage. Dressage is like the fancy horse dancing.
That's in the Olympics?
Yeah, that's in the Olympics. That's an Olympic sport.
What the hell?
Dressage. But human dancing isn't in the Olympics.
Yeah. Isn't synchronized swimming?
Singing is in the Olympics.
Yeah, isn't that dancing in the water?
In the water, exactly.
What the hell? That is weird.
Figure skating is dancing on the ice.
Yeah.
So you would think I don't know why ballroom. I would think the Summer Olympics would have ballroom dancing.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have told me before this, I would have told you for sure.
Yeah.
it would be in there, but it's a travesty that it's not.
Yeah. So back to some of the facts. The music was done by Yuki Hayashi, who's worked on some of the stuff for Soul Eater Not, My Hero Academia, and mostly he works on TV dramas.
Oh, so I actually really did enjoy a lot of the music. A lot of the music was like shonen type music, and shonen music is usually like generic.
Yeah.
And I really did enjoy the background music in this anime.
Yeah.
The one bone I had to pick with the anime was the repeated songs in the ballroom dancing sections.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a really big missed opportunity to have a really big catalog of songs.
Oh yeah.
And it's because some songs repeated, I think it burned out. Like one of the biggest moments is when Tatara and his partner in the last arc, where she's like her favorite song comes on, and they use it for that moment, and it's like a really cool moment.
Yeah.
That it happens, but then in the next episode, it comes on again.
Yeah.
And then it gets like nothing. They just ignore it. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like if they would have just used
they even had like this special moment of when they were listening to it together.
Yeah. And
they only and then that second time that they used the song, it meant nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like they cashed in that moment. I think too early.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the song never came back on again, I could see like, oh, that's the point they used it to get their groove back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
they used it
again. And
and then not
mention it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how real ballroom sports dancing is.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just reuse all the same songs. Like I personally don't know anything about that world, so maybe they just keep using the same songs. But I found that a way missed opportunity that they could have had a plethora of songs in there.
Yeah, one of my complaints about this anime is that the music itself is really good, but I think it's a little too low for the anime. I think it should have been a little bit like an octave louder, so that it's like more in the forefront. I felt like the music was kind of like subdued.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you're right. I don't know where I was going with that thought, but just that idea of like half of ballroom dancing is the music.
Yeah,
and I also really hated when they'd fade out the music for like the intense music.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they could have done is like have it in the background, and then as the moments got intense, bring it into the foreground.
Oh yeah,
like,
that could have worked.
Ramp it up, you know. But like you said, like it never happened. Mm-hmm. Like I want to say, to me, the music was not an afterthought, but it wasn't as big as I would like to have them to focus on.
Yeah, and one thing that like we have all this criticism for like the music and stuff. The guy that made the music, Yuki Hayashi, he actually was rhythmic gymnast, and the reason he got into music was because he didn't like music that they had for dancing, and so he made his own music.
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah. But then we have all this criticism with the music.
Right. Well, because in the end, it still is a shonen anime, so you have the repeating music. Well, I guess it's anime in general.
Yeah.
You have like the themes of characters and the moments.
Yeah.
Are always going.
So both the opening themes were done by a band called Unison Square Garden. Have you heard of them?
No, but it's a tight name.
Yeah. They worked on an anime called Kekai and another one, Tiger and Bunny. Have you heard
I know Tiger and Bunny. Tiger and Bunny is like a robot anime.
Yeah. Yeah. So they worked on those, and I think they're just a band that like only does anime stuff.
Music. Oh, so they only do like licensed anime?
I think so. And they did both of the openings. How'd you feel about the opening music?
The first one's I think the first one is way better. It's a lot catchier, more exciting.
Yeah, it's like fast paced. It's really cool.
Yeah, and then the visuals in it are totally like really cool.
Oh yeah,
where you can see him
in the reflection.
Yeah, the reflections.
The reflection's really cool.
Like when he's in class and he looks over and he doesn't see himself in the reflection.
Yeah,
and then it is showing everybody's other side as they pass through the glass panes.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And then the final shot of him in the dance studio, and you can see him shadowing with Shizuku.
Oh yeah.
That's really neat. The second season one, it's a lot slower, and I could see
the second half of the anime, not second season.
Yeah, this is the second half of the anime, so the second theme song. It's a lot slower and more like serious.
Yeah, I like that one too, a lot. I like the visuals in it as well.
I didn't like it as much. Like maybe just I didn't like the song as much. So like
I felt like it was like just like him trying to get his partner. What was the partner's name again?
Chinasu.
Yeah, Chinasu. Yeah, Chi-chan,
exactly.
Yeah, he. It's like it felt like that whole opening is like him trying to convince that he's serious about dancing.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the
like how intense his stares are, and like you could see him in her reflection. You could see her in his reflection in the eyes.
Yeah,
reflection in the eyes. So I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. I think both the endings are kind of forgettable. Honestly.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to get into an ending, because usually endings they don't put a lot of work into them.
Yeah, a lot of like I don't know. I feel like a lot of ending themes are like slow and kind of like.
Well, I think not a lot of anime does it now, but the perfect ending should when it cuts to the ending, it should be that release of like oh crap.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a lot of examples I can think of that are like really good. Like even like songs that are like super slow, like as soon as it hits and you know it's the ending, it like cements that last moment that happened in the anime.
Oh yeah, I get that.
So there's like
Do you think this ending does that?
No.
I feel like when I was watching it, when I get to the ending theme, I just want to go to the next episode.
Just get to the next one.
Yeah.
The anime I'm going to choose this week, not to jump too far ahead. I think it has just how it's layered is like really great, and like I said, not to get too far ahead of it, but it's gonna be a doozy.
All right. So speaking of the ending themes, it was done by Mikako Komatsu. She's mainly a voice actor. She doesn't really sing that much. Did
she voice act in here? Or no?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But one thing that I found out is that Unison Square Garden and Mikako are signed to the same label, so they probably just got like a bundle deal or something to work on this anime. So I found some other stuff, like some random facts about this anime. The guy that voiced Tatsura, his name is Shimba Tachiya. And this is kind of like one of his first roles as a voice actor.
I think you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
At points. I don't think he ever gets too comfortable with the role.
Yeah.
Because even like near the end, you can hear some like awkward spots in his voice.
Yeah, and something about him is that he would actually dress up as some of the costumes that Tatsura would wear to get into
so
character.
it's method acting?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And like you know how when they do like the high Hoover pose, he would actually do that high Hoover pose and try to talk like this is how he would talk if he was doing the high Hoover.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
And him and the voice actor for what's his name, Gaju or Geiju?
Oh, Geiju. Yeah.
Geiju. They took dance lessons.
What the hell? That's cool.
Yeah, in preparation for the anime. So him and Gaju. What's the voice actor's name for Gaju? I have it here somewhere. The voice actor is Kentaro Tomita. All right, so we're gonna jump into the topics now. So let's talk about who it was made for. Who do you think this was made for?
Well, it's so weird because it is a shonen
Yeah,
anime at its heart. It's a shonen sports anime.
It's for boys.
Yeah,
or guys.
But
It-
everybody can like. I mean, it's just really. I thought it was really good. It's like even though it's geared towards boys,
Yeah.
I thought it was really. I mean, you can obviously tell which parts were aimed for boys. There's a lot of the weird like fan service, like random fan service stuff that would happen. Some of it was like really not needed. Also, I feel, like in the Tenpei Cup when was it his rival's mom shows up. And then the leader or
Tenpei himself.
Yeah, tries to grope her.
Yeah.
Like, in a weird way. Like,
And then after that, it was all serious.
Yeah, like that part did not need to be in there.
Yeah.
I don't, because it's anime. You're gonna get
Yeah.
fan service in it, almost no matter what. Look at Soul Eater. Look at Haruhi. Haruhi has weird fan service in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always like to see that cut down on fan service.
Yeah, but in general, I think anybody could enjoy this anime. Guys, girls, old, young.
As long as you're not, you don't find that kind of fan service objectable. It's totally anybody can watch it.
Yeah, and dance is pretty cool to watch in general.
Yeah, I know a lot of friends who are like turned off because of the dancing aspect.
Yeah,
but I was like, you don't have to look at it as a dancing anime. Look at it as a sports anime.
Yeah.
And as a sports anime, I think it does the sport really well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna turn on dance competitions now, but the good markings of a good sports anime is no matter what, it has you into the sport that it's like currently showing you.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have any
interest in
it, if it's compelling enough, it'll get you to watch, and I felt it did its job.
Yeah. All right, so what about art?
Oh my goodness! So, I really love the character designs, and I really love the eyes.
Oh yeah, the eyes are really good in this anime.
Oh my goodness, that's like one of the first things I've noticed is like a lot of the eye shots are really, really detailed, and I really like them.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like that I kind of got used to in the end were the long necks.
Oh yeah, everybody has like a giraffe neck in this anime.
Oh my goodness,
that's one of the things that I wrote is that everybody has, it's very lanky. Everybody has long arms, long legs. Even if you're short, you have a long neck.
Yeah, even Tatara, like in some shots, his neck is huge and his legs look like they're bigger.
A little. I think I read somewhere that they said it looks a little grotesque.
Yeah,
but
I could see that. It's a little distracting.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's the giraffe necks got me every time.
Yeah, but I think it's necessary to like have all of that so that you could show like all the positions that they're doing and stuff.
Oh yeah, and then the posture.
Yeah, and the posture. Yeah. And it shows off all the clean lines that this anime has.
Oh yeah. Talking about like cinematography, the choreography in here is really, really good.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the really cool close-up shots of like them like whipping their hair back, the girls whipping their hair back, and it's just like beautiful.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of sweat in this anime.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of really cool what's the word, like analogies, I guess, in this anime.
How so?
Well, not maybe analogies is the wrong word I'm looking for. It's a lot of like visual analogies. So like him, Tatara, and Chinasu are talking about like opening the door.
Oh yeah.
And so there's that whole scene of Tatara as a little kid asking her to open the door for him, and as she's getting pissed at kicking down all the doors, and just she's like, I want you just to open one door by yourself, and then they come to that conclusion. It's that they both of them have to open the door together.
Yeah.
And then like there's
and that was like the secret to them getting in sync or something, is that they have to do it together.
Or
Instead of one person opening the door, the other person opening the door, they had to do everything together.
Yeah, and then my kind of skip into my favorite episode because it has my favorite visual in it is Flower and Frame.
Yeah.
Is just all the flower petals in the sky in the air.
Yeah.
And then like as he's like making her turn, and just show like it's her single by herself, and it's beautifully framed, like how they wanted it, the flower in the frame.
Yeah.
They actually made her stand out a lot, and I think that's what makes like Mako, again skipping a little bit ahead,
always skipping
into my favorite characters. But it's more of the cinematography that helps the characters more likable, than the actual writing is. I think.
I feel like going into cinematography, I feel like there should have been a little bit more of like actual dancing scenes.
Oh yeah.
But like I think they overuse still frames in this anime a lot. I feel.
Well,
what do you think?
Well, look how expensive it looks.
I know. This anime looks really good. So
I think I told you when I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time going to watching other anime just because how high quality Ballroom was.
Yeah.
And I think that's where all the still frames come from. It's just that it's expensive to keep animating everything.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that. That's like another thing that I have a gripe with is like it's like a dance anime, but you don't really see too much of the dancing.
Oh yeah, especially.
But what they do have is really good.
Oh yeah, I don't know the lot of like this inside of his head stuff is really interesting and like insightful. But like you said, it kind of takes you out of the moment.
Yeah.
Especially it's a sports anime thing of cutting to the characters who are narrating, and I think that kind of ruins the flow a little bit also.
What do you think of the color of the anime?
Nice bright colors.
Yeah.
I
feel it's like they use like a lot of pale colors a lot in this anime. I think what stands out the most in this anime is like the dresses.
Yeah, for sure. I was just say like when you asked me about colors, the first thing I thought was like the
Mako's dress,
Mako's yellow dress,
or
Chinasu's blue dress, her nice blue one, was
Chi-chan's red dress.
Yeah, oh yeah, at the end, right?
Yeah, at the end.
Her at the end. Also the crushing blacks they use in here too.
Yeah.
So his the older guy, his older rival, I forget his name.
I have it here. Kigumiya.
Yeah, Kigumiya. Him and his partner, like her partner's dress, like that nice black dress.
In contrast to everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. And then even how he sees everybody blacked out in the smoke. That I really like that design choice.
Yeah.
Like how he and you go into his backstory, and that's how he dances. So he's not distracted by everybody else. That he sees everyone's lower than him, and then just for him to come back it makes a really cool scene when he starts seeing Tatsura in his visions, and showing that like he's starting to notice him, even though he's trying to block him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, want to talk about characters now?
Yeah, we can do.
Want to talk about favorite or least favorite characters?
I think least favorite we have the same.
Okay. What about least favorite main character?
Least favorite main character, so it is probably is it Shizuku, right? Shizuku?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shizuku.
I didn't choose her, but yeah, I can see why you would choose her.
Yeah, I thought she was the worst of all of them. I think her and Hideo, her partner.
Yeah, I put Kiyuhara as the worst. But he's a cool character. I just like again with the last anime. Well, again with like Haruhi, if I had to rank them, I think he would be on the bottom for me.
Well, he's like he ruins one of my favorite episodes. And it's like there's no, I don't know, like, I guess disappointed to him because he's supposed to be his Tatsura's rival, like, in the end, but he's so far, like, head and shoulders above Tatsura, like, he's not even in his league. Even at the end, I really liked him saying, like, oh, now he's at the starting line now. I really like that line.
Yeah.
But, like, he doesn't really serve a purpose except for being, like, a plot device. And same thing with Shizaru. She doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And even though she was, like, what kind of ignited his love for dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think she's, like, the worst female character in the anime.
Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, no, not for me.
Ooh, who's that?
Okay, well, we'll talk about that when we get to least favorite minor characters.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so who's your favorite main character?
All right, so there's a tie of Mako and Chinatsu. Just how, like, Tatsura interacts with them, and, like, how later on they break down, like, Tatsura's character. I mean, I guess it's more of, like, how Tatsura interacts with them makes them very special. So, like, that Flower and Frame episode puts Mako in, like, a really, really cool light, and it, like, makes you feel that, Gaiju's a real, he's a real asshole.
Yeah, it really does.
And just for her to, show him up at the end, and just, like, her own beauty and everything. And then Shinatsu, it's the same thing. I really like her pushy personality.
Yeah.
And how it conflicts with Tatsura's personalities.
For me, I chose Tatsura as my favorite main because I didn't really think Mako would be a main character.
I think she's a main character.
You think so?
She's a main character. She's not a side.
Yeah. Well, if Mako is a main character, I would choose her because she's just freaking adorable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's like
I mean,
the girl that everybody would want to get with.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna go with, like, mains, I guess, yeah, maybe she goes more to the side in the second season. But in the first season, for sure, she's a principal character.
Yeah.
She's a principal character in the first series, but she gets knocked down. I think all the other characters besides Chinasu, Tatsura, and then, like, his the older guy are, like, really the main characters in it.
I wouldn't even call Sengoku a main character.
No, like, he falls to the wayside.
Yeah.
That's another, like, problem I had with it. I felt like him moving on from Sengoku was, like, really out of the blue.
Yeah, it seemed really out of place that he just, like, up and left.
Right. He was like, oh, but I can agree why he wanted to leave, because Sengoku wasn't gonna teach him.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, and he was gone on and off. He'd be gone for months at a time. So, and then he was outgrowing the other two teachers already. So, like, he kind of had to move on. But it felt kind of, like, weirdly paced to me that he just left.
So tell me about your favorite minor character.
Oh, man, favorite minor character? It's the other Chi-chan, Sengoku's partner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, she's
man.
cool.
She's really cool.
But she's, like, not really in the anime that much.
So that's what I said. Like, that's the most misused character, I think.
Yeah, she had such a cool personality.
Yeah, like, just how, like, they were, like, beating each other up in the opening for the second half.
And she looked a lot different when she was, like, in casual clothes.
Oh, yeah. And I thought she was a beauty also.
Yeah.
And it sucks that she didn't have a bigger role in it, but I really enjoyed that character and just her interactions with Sengoku. And it sucks because, like, Sengoku is also a really cool character, but he's not in it as much.
Yeah, he reminds me of a lot of like GTO.
Oh, of Onizuka.
Yeah, Onizuka. Yeah, he reminds me of him.
That. Like, he's just a cool dude.
Yeah, a cool, like, teacher.
When they pull up for the first time and he's in the sidecar, I couldn't help but laugh. It's hilarious.
I know, huh? I didn't even realize that he was in the sidecar.
He's in the sidecar with.
Was it his bike though?
Yeah, it's his bike.
It was his bike. Yeah.
With I forget I think it's Chizuru. I forget what her real name.
Her full
is.
name is.
Yeah, but the other Chi-chan, the adult Chi-chan,
Mm-hmm.
and just how her and she's like how Chizuru looks up to her.
Yeah.
And then like her wanting to get her autograph and like she's like, oh, can I get a hug?
Oh yeah.
And then she just like walks away looking kind of sad and opens her arms up to her. Oh my goodness, it's great character interactions.
All right, so my favorite minor character is actually my real favorite character.
Okay.
It's that Kugamiya, the dark guy.
Oh yeah.
He's my favorite character in this whole entire anime.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he, like, out of all the characters, he's like the only real negative bad guy kind of character. Like everybody, like even like Kiyohara, like he's supposed to be like the rival, but he still like cheers on Tatsura and stuff. This guy is like, I don't know, like doing comments behind his back, like this guy's retarded or something.
Yeah, well, my favorite one was my favorite line from him. I think you're right. He's probably the best character in here.
Yeah,
is that he sees Tatsura dancing and he says like, he's like, you remind me of me when I was young. So I just want to slap you across the face.
Yeah.
And just his backstory is just so sad.
Yeah. That's another thing that I like about him is his backstory and how tragic it was.
Right, that he wanted, like that's I also think my favorite trope is like pathetic characters that want to die.
Yeah.
But they don't have the will
courage
to kill themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like just the idea of him before he gets hit by the truck, he just smiles.
Oh yeah, he was like, "There is a God," or
yeah,
something.
there is a God.
He says something like that.
Oh man, yeah, I say he's a really cool character.
Yeah, for me, I put him that like he's like a breath of fresh negative air in this anime.
Oh yeah, especially like how everyone is super positive.
Yeah, even his partner is very like dark and
yeah. That's what I really liked. What I really liked about her is that
she's like just like a puppet. Like I'll do what you tell me to do.
Right.
She only does this as like a hobby, right? Or
yeah, well that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
That she doesn't, but like she has like no real character to herself.
Yeah.
But that's the way that she like she even knows that she's just a plain girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she's cool. I like the end where finally he's like,
oh, you need to quit smoking?
yeah, she's gonna quit smoking, like the little snide comments between the two. Or he's like oh, you still do this for a hobby, huh? And she's like well I'm gonna get back. She's like, well, are you done? He's like, no. He's like, well, you better quit smoking.
All right, what about least favorite minor character?
Least favorite minor character. Who?
You want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right, I picked Akira.
Really?
The waitress lady.
Really?
Yeah. I picked her because I did not connect with that character at all. Like her like backstory and stuff, I couldn't care less about any of it.
You're cold.
Yeah.
That's Chinasu's friend, right?
Yeah,
her old partner.
Yeah, her old partner. I couldn't get into those episodes at all. I just wanted those to like finish.
Really?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I really enjoyed that character, but I can understand where she was coming from.
And another thing about this is kind of like I don't like this, but it also happens with my favorite character, is that her backstory was at the very end of the anime, and I kind of felt like it was a weird place to put like all these characters' backstories.
Yeah.
Even though I like Kuga, I can't remember his name, Kugamiya. Even though I like his backstory, it's kind of a weird place to put.
I think the second to last
episode is his backstory.
I would have really loved.
And then the episodes before that, it was Akira's backstory.
Okay, I feel like it was a little rushed in the end.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the episode right before. But it was the last batch of like 5 or 6 of them. Mm-hmm. There's like 2 things of backstory in there where you could have put them anywhere and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you're thinking like, wow, this Akira. She's a real B word, you know.
Yeah.
But so is Chinasu.
Yeah.
You look how she interacts with Tata, and she is, even though she's trying to be better with herself,
Yeah.
she's still a real B word in the end. I guess you're right. Akira's probably is the worst character.
Unless you want to like count like Mine-san, like her partner, or do you like him?
Well, yeah, that dude blows. But that I'll just answer. He's my least favorite character. I really
has
don't
no
like
balls.
That guy. Yeah,
to tell his wife that I'm gonna, even though you don't want to dance, I'm gonna still dance.
And his ugly daughter.
Yeah, and his ugly daughter.
Oh my goodness! That's my favorite. My favorite one is my favorite like comedy scene is when the daughter's like, or the mom's like, oh, the daughter wants to try doing it, and she's looking at Tatara, and like Tatara's like getting small when she's just like staring him down.
Yeah.
At the end, she just blushes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and Mine-san was like, oh no, I don't want her to dance. Oh, she's too cute.
She's
Everybody's gonna want to dance with her.
Oh my goodness. I think we're on to the worst episode. All right, worst episode.
Worst episode. You want to go first?
Yeah, I will go first. The one I didn't like, but it does have actual significant story importance, is Four Legs.
Okay, yeah.
So, although it's you get a really cool scene where he's starting to synchronize with Chinasu.
Yeah.
That whole episode, like, there's no real point to it besides that one scene, and
of him feeling heavy and him not really knowing what's going on.
Yeah, and then you get that really cool picture of like
him naked.
With the four legs.
Yeah, that's a really cool shot.
Yeah, and they reused that shot too.
Yeah, like 3 times I think.
Yeah, so if you miss it that one time, I mean, you got to catch it the other 3.
Yeah.
But there's like no, like, I think it's kind of like funny how he goes to that tournament expecting his friends to be there, but they're like, no, they're in Germany. And like, even like him, like, heartedly he didn't want to be there after that.
Yeah.
And
he's like disheartened after that. He felt that he wanted them to compete, right?
Yeah, to compete against them. Mm-hmm. And he probably would have got smoked.
Yeah,
anyway,
definitely. I mean, they did end up losing anyway.
No, in that one they didn't lose. They bailed out.
Did they?
Yeah, they bailed out. They
didn't they forfeited kind of.
Yeah, they forfeited, but he got a full score.
Yeah.
In there, so he would have moved on to the next round if he would have stayed. Which is another like spit in the face of that episode, you know. Like, I feel like that episode could have been like a really cool arc where he was trying to prove to himself that he could do it, but he ended up just giving up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought that's like a really weird in a sports anime for him just to give up like that. Was kind of off.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite?
Mine, it's kind of obvious. It's the 2 episodes with Akira, her backstory.
I don't know. I feel it's a really sympathizable backstory where she's. That sucks that she got 2 episodes in, but then the other guy only got 1.
Yeah.
But I feel that's really sympathizable that she's in love with Chinasu and she just never saw it.
Is she in love with her? It's not really explained.
That's what I feel. I feel like
she actually loves her.
Yeah, because if she's doing something that she doesn't want to do just so
you can be friends,
they can be friends.
It's kind of drastic.
Yeah, exactly. And then like she keeps doing it just so they can keep interacting with each other.
Yeah.
And then that, I guess that's also where like the jealousy comes from with her and Tatara.
Oh yeah.
And like she hates Tatara because she took
but
away.
Then she's like all lovey-dovey with him to make her jealous, right?
Yeah, right. Like that. I want to see more of that dynamic, but that's probably like later on in the manga.
Yeah, I would have loved to see what Akira's face looked like when Chi-chan kissed Tatsura at the end.
Oh my goodness. That I'm not gonna get myself in this one. I'll do the. What's your favorite episode?
My favorite. I have a couple. I loved all the episodes of the Tempeh Cup.
Oh, the Tempeh Cup's really good.
Yeah, I pretty much liked every episode there.
So like I said, the flower and frame.
Yeah, Flower and Frame is a great episode.
And then even the finale for that one, where they come in like last place, and it's like you feel like the soul crushing, but then it comes up to being like, oh well, you're not competing as a couple. You wanna show that Mako is a better dancer, and then like that twist was really really cool.
Yeah,
like I was excited when she got the trophy, and I felt the dread of when they got the last place.
Yeah, and that one episode during that competition, like at the end, she's like, oh. Like, you're the frame and I'm the flower, make me bloom.
Make me bloom.
She said something like that, and that was pretty cool. That was a cool line.
And then behind them, there's the giant picture frame with the flowers.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it the first time I watched. Not the first time, but the episode that they first showed that scene.
Uh-huh.
But the next episode, when they recapped it and showed it, I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool
shot.
detail. I also like in that one, it shows like Tatsura has that shonen characteristic of he makes everybody want to dance better, and like even Shizuru was like, even though she's had him, way above him, even with her regular partner is way above him. They see how Tatsura is, and they want to beat him.
Yeah,
and that makes them want to improve more. The more they see him improve, like they're not complacent of where they're at with their skills. They want to keep going. And then go ahead. The other favorites.
Another one of my favorites is the episode after Hyodo sees Tatsura with Shizuru. Or is that how you say her name?
Shizuru?
Yeah,
No.
when he takes his place in the competition. The episode after, and like how he's all pissed and like he dances on his hurt leg.
Yeah.
That episode was really cool. And it showed off a lot of the animation that I wanted to see more of.
Like the actual dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really cool episode. I really... Just like the facial expressions in that episode.
Yeah, and he was grunting while dancing and stuff.
That was really... I thought it was weird. Weird design choice where they were like... when he like yelped.
Yeah.
Like they didn't show him yelping, or you didn't hear it, but the music went out, and then everyone was like, "Oh, did he just yell?" Like I thought
he must be passionate about dance.
Yeah, like I understand that choice. Maybe it's more jarring to not hear the yelp, but I didn't really see why they did it that way.
I feel like if you in real life, if you were to yelp during dance, you'd probably get points knocked off or something.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know about dance. What about you? Do you have another favorite?
Yeah, my other favorite one is arguably probably one of the worst episodes, and that's Performed. So this is the episode right when they get to the summer camp, or the camp in their summer home. The reason why I say it's one of the worst is because it's like the fan service in there is like super heavy. Like they're going inside of their like the bathhouse or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like and it's like super weird fan service stuff going on, and then you also have Shizuru's partner being like not a weird nag, but being that like omnipotent teacher character that I don't really enjoy.
Yeah.
And but you also have that interaction with I don't know if it's that episode after, where Shizuru and Tatsura are fighting the whole episode, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Where like she goes in confiance with Mako, like, you said he was a good lead, like he's not a good lead, and then she explains to him like, for her, like showing that Tatsura can become different people.
Yeah.
Depending on who he dances with.
Yeah. He can adapt to like any partner's needs.
Yeah. And that was also one of my favorite scenes is when she tells Chinasu tells Tatsura like, "Oh, you're pathetic." Like she's like, "I need a more stronger like man."
Yeah.
And then like mid dance he's like, "Oh," just like gets like becomes more of what she needs.
Yeah, and she even says like, "That's more like it."
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I need.
All right. So, we want to talk about accessibility.
Yeah, so really easy to find.
Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. So as long as you're a Prime member.
Yeah, as long as you're a Prime member, you could watch it. But I've read in an interview that that's not gonna be the case forever.
And
like,
I hope it goes other places.
Yeah. I hope it gets a following. This anime, I really did enjoy this anime.
Yeah, and I feel like it being on anime strike kind of hindered its accessibility.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Especially with that double paywall to begin with.
Yeah.
I feel like almost every anime strike anime had that problem where because it was a double paywall, nobody paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
I even feel like some Netflix anime, even though it's not a double paywall, because it's not on Crunchyroll, a lot of people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And that also kind of hurts it.
Mm-hmm. But right now, it's as long as you have a Prime membership.
Yeah.
So it's only one paywall.
Yeah, exactly. And just like regular accessibility, like we said earlier, anybody can get into it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
All right, rewatchability. Would you watch this anime again?
I don't know.
I feel like I would if there was another season. I would rewatch this series.
Actually, give me more time. I need time to get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot like other anime, like my favorite, of course, like favorite anime can always rewatch and rewatch.
Yeah.
In a year or so, if somebody was like, "Hey, can you want to watch this with me?" I could probably watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't have the immediate thirst to go back and watch any other episode right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't rewatch it. Like I said, not right now.
What about changes we would make?
Okay.
Would you make any?
Okay. So music catalog we talked earlier.
Yeah.
I would change that.
Definitely.
Just more. It doesn't have to even be a broader scope of music. It just has to be different music in it.
Yeah.
Like, just don't reuse the same songs over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of, every time they danced the Foxtrot, I think it was like the same song. It was almost like the same song over and over again.
Yeah. And you just think at different competitions, they would have different
songs, right?
Yeah.
I would also like to see more of the romance angle played up.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a shonen anime, so you're not going to get, as much romance as we got. That's as much as you're going to get in a shonen. But I'd really like to see more of, like, their companionship with each other, especially Tatara and, like, Shizuru and Chinasu, sorry.
Shizuru, yeah. I wouldn't want Tatara to be with Shizuru.
Oh my goodness. I really like Chinasu a lot better than Shizuru. But just seeing how that relationship would grow. Maybe it's a crappy place to stop because they're barely getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Or it's been 2-3 months where they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually would have enjoyed if...
This is like their second competition.
Yeah, like if the anime took their time. Because there's weird jumps in between, like month jumps, like a month gaps.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind more, like, character development. But not a lot of people would enjoy just character episodes, like, with no dancing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't mind them because as long as you get really cool looks into the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would do more. And also what I read on the manga, or what I've seen people talk about the manga, is that the manga focuses more on both of the partners except just Tatara.
Yeah.
So, like, I would like to see more of, like,
the partner side.
The partner's perspective of
what they're thinking.
On. Yeah. What would you make?
For me, I've said that to reiterate, I would have liked to see more of the dancing. Less stills, more dancing.
Mm.
But budget was probably the reason why.
Yeah, I can see, especially how high quality the models are, and like when they're actually dancing, it would cost a lot more, and then they probably didn't even get their money back from the Western audience, and I don't think it has a big following in Japan either.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if, I mean, more budget would help it out, but I don't know if it would garner more fans if it had. It's already really high quality to begin with.
Yeah.
And for it to get more money, I don't think would help it.
Yeah.
Much.
I gotta
it's
see
more
that.
like a nitpicking thing of it.
Yeah.
But so what I'm giving it a watch.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this anime to anybody. I mean, I was talking about to my coworkers about this anime, and they're like, "Dance," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah,
like, you should watch it.
It's a sports anime, and it's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. Again, like I said, I wouldn't watch it now, but I would definitely watch it another time.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Me and Aaron are gonna start taking dance lessons.
Exactly, starting right now.
Yeah.
As soon as we sign off, I'm heading to the studio.
Yep. You'll be sweating it out in there.
Exactly.
All right, Aaron. So do you want to reveal the next anime that we're gonna be doing?
All right. So I feel like we've had too much positivity in this podcast.
Okay.
And I really want to bring it down a couple pegs. So what we're gonna watch is Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish, huh?
Yes. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
It's you said
it's
I
on,
think
it's
you
on
told
Amazon.
me. Yeah.
Amazon Strike.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime. And the one way I can categorize it last year, it was the Feel Bad Anime of the Year. And
I'm really excited about this.
Exactly. I don't even want to get. Maybe on the ride over back, I'll give you the elevator pitch. Mm-hmm. But it's a dark romance anime.
Okay, cool.
And that I'll leave it at that.
All right.
It's a dark romance anime.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching it tomorrow morning. That's for sure.
So that's a podcast, everybody.
All right, guys. So if you like us, leave a like, follow us on SoundCloud. And
if you like us, recommend us to your friends.
Yeah, definitely share us with whoever likes anime that you know.
And if you don't like us, go ahead and share it and hate on us. Make sure other people hate on us. I don't care.
Oh yeah, post this on a forum saying why we suck.
Exactly. But I would appreciate the love, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate everybody listening.
Yeah, thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next anime.
Bye, guys.